Here. Another exciting day of soaring, flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Designed by Dave here, Dave Aldrich, and we've got Tom Lowe with us. Tom has towed up there at 7,600 feet. We have a triangle task today. This is Tom's design, so this should be pretty challenging. We're gonna go south to Lee Vining first, right, Tom?
That's the plan. I had mapped my button on my joystick to turn the stuff on and off. The what do you call it? The legends, but I don't. Doesn't seem to be working right now.
Oh, the gamer tags?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice to have a little button to turn those on and off. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, so yeah, that's the plan. So here's the, you can see the flight plan here. We're taking off from KMEV. What is this? What's the name of this town?
That's Minden, Douglas Minden.
Minden.
Yeah.
Yep, Minden, Nevada, just kind of down the hill from Lake Tahoe. We're gonna go south to Lee Vining, and then we're gonna turn and head to the northeast to Hawthorne, and then back. So triangle task. And if you want to set this up yourself, these turn points are the airports, the center of the airports in your flight plan. So that's the flight plan. And let's take a look at the weather settings real quick. You can rewind. Let me actually capture some screenshots of these so I can share those first. And let me just save that as one. Okay, so we're gonna do, here's the temperature and pressure, humidity settings. Then our winds. We have south winds. And my wind speed's changed, Tom. Can you pause and check your wind speed? Oh yeah, that's right, because it resets when I reload the thing. So you're probably the same. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's a sort of bug here. So like 5 and 5, and we were gonna do 180 for the wind. Sorry about this, guys. That's fine. Okay. Okay, that's good. There's my wind settings. And I want screenshots of these.
Yep, I'm confirmed. Still 4.2 is what it ended up being for the gust factor, and 3 point something for the wind. I'm going to change it to 5.
Oh, maybe it did change on you too, or it's just
Hard to
changing
tell.
with the day. So Tom and I are using the same weather preset that I set up, and it looks like you can save the weather preset and then share the file with your friends, and then they can load the file and have the same conditions. So, all right, there you are, right over the end of the runway. So I'm just gonna cheat and slew up there because I haven't really figured out winch towing yet. Tried it like 2 times and the rope broke on me. So 7,500 feet. And it looks like we got a big blue hole here, so we might not have a whole lot of lift right over the airport.
That's right.
Okay,
So get up next to me and we can both unpause at the same time and decide which way we're going to go.
Oh, yeah, okay, let's see, slew mode. How do I slew forward? I know how to go up. Do you know the key commands for?
Number 8 on the keypad.
8.
Number 8 on.
Oh, yeah, whoop, I just think I zipped right past you. Yeah, there's... Alright, I think I'm right next to you now, but it doesn't really show you. Alright, it's close enough. Okay, alright, exit slew mode. You're paused and I'm paused, right? So.
Yep.
Alright, let's go ahead and unpause and go fly.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, unpause.
Yep, there you are. Alright. We are in the air. And yeah, my Vario doesn't beep. It's doing that bug where you have to turn the thing off and on again.
Okay, well, you know what to do.
Yeah. Remember to do that on the ground. Oh, there's a big old cloud behind us. You see that big cloud there? Or maybe I'm in lift right here.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that feels counterproductive, but let's try it.
Well, I'm in lift right here, right where right back here over the end of the runway. It's not super strong, but it's going up.
Okay.
Oh, I need to
My,
need to take my shoes off. I don't have a good fine touch on the rudder pedals here.
I think I need to pause for a second. And I think the gamer tag stuff has to be turned on someplace. Options, traffic, real time. Yeah, there it is, on.
Okay, you're pause while you're doing that. I'm gonna take my shoes off.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Need that fine feel on those rudder pedals. All right, you back in? Yep, I see. Okay. When you pause and unpause, it does weird things to your airspeed too. So
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't see you, by the way.
You don't. Well, I'm in, and I see you. But you just turned the gamer tags off, right?
Yeah, if for some reason that mapping that I just did isn't doing anything.
Well, yeah, if you turn the gamer tags off, then you're not going to see me.
Oh, I see. No, I see you. What? You're way the hell up there. How high are you, dude?
Am I? 7,600.
Oh, yeah, that's what it says, and I'm 75. But for some reason,
do I look way above you?
It looks like it has you way up ahead of me or way above me, but I don't know.
I'm pretty much even with the end of the runway, just to the west of it by a bit.
That's crazy. Your number isn't changing at all. It's 7549 and locked. And there's three airplanes all connected together, designed by Dave, Harv Dog, and Rich That Factor. And only Rich That Factor is moving. This is really strange.
You got a weird sync or connection issue or something, maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna pause again. I was heading toward that cloud. Let's see here. General options. Traffic. Real-time online. Traffic name tags on. Go back. Control options. Joystick. Multiplayer. Toggle display players is mapped to that button. Go back. Resume. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Your toggle button's not working.
Oh, look at that! You're on. I see you on over by the ridge as well. Yeah, no, the tags are screwed up. Okay, trying again.
Yeah.
Pause. General options. Check.
Having a few technical difficulties here. I think we're just still kind of just fiddly or buggy or finicky with the multiplayer aspects of Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment, but you know, what are you gonna do? We're gonna fly a triangle task today. I'm up here at 8,100 feet, climbing slowly over a big blue hole. We got Tom Lowe here with us. He's trying to get the multiplayer kind of to show up right. It sounds like it's just not syncing or something. So I'm just gonna kind of loiter here and wait for him. And there's a big, huge cloud to the north of our course line. We could go check that out. It'll probably be stronger lift than what I'm in, but it's also kind of going in the wrong direction. So since I'm not really in a hurry, just kind of waiting for Tom, I'll just kind of keep milking this and stay airborne, and then see if we can get synced up here. Welcome to the channel, guys. We're doing some Microsoft Flight Simulator glider flying today. I've been looking at the streams on Twitch, seeing what other people are doing, streamers are doing with Flight Simulator, and almost everybody's flying airliners. And you know, I mean, that's cool. We can do that in the simulator, and you know, the technical flying and technical knowledge it takes to do that is you know, impressive and detailed, and But boy, you know, they're just literally the whole time flying in a straight line with their wings level. I mean, like, you know, it's not really flying an airplane. Maybe it's operating an airplane. So I don't know. I hate to sound arrogant about flying abilities or, you know, gatekeeping on flying, but soaring flight is quite a bit more interesting to me. So we're going to try to fly a 181-mile triangle today. We're going to be starting here just east of Lake Tahoe, down the mountains here, and we're going to be heading south to Lee Vining in California, and then we're going to make a right turn, or like a U-turn, and head towards another lake, and then back to here. So we're going to have to penetrate a headwind on our first leg to get down there, but then we'll have a tailwind on the way home. So that'll make for some interesting dynamics. We've got clouds, but not a whole lot. This is actually the same weather preset that we flew in on Monday when we flew from San Bernardino to Las Vegas. What's your gamer tag situation, Tommy? You think you got that worked out?
No, I see about 6 copies of you.
Oh, that is definitely weird.
All over the place.
Yeah, at this point, you might be best off just to exit and come back in. Yeah, or turn the tags off. I can still see you, and you're doing way better than me. You're at almost 9,000 back there, huh?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, all right.
So I went north to that big dark cloud.
Yep, I'm coming.
I'll turn the tags off.
Thermal flying is very interesting. It's very cool. It's such a cool phenomenon of the atmosphere that this is even possible. It's pretty impressive what you can do in an airplane with no engine. So we got like a big kind of formation of clouds here. Some light stuff and one kind of big dark looking one in the middle. Looks more like smoke or soot.
Cloud base isn't too high above terrain today.
I'm not doing too great on my way to the lift, but you must not be climbing very strong because I show you just at like 10,000 now.
That's right. Actually, just coming up on 10.5, yeah.
Yep.
Which is cloud-based, by the way.
Okay. All right. So we got 10,500 foot cloud base. With the way the sim goes with the lift, we should be able to climb quite a bit through that.
Yep.
But still, this should make for a bit of a challenging flight, especially if we have to fly through a headwind on our way south. Tom and I are both flying the Discus 2C glider model from the Got Friends developer. It's available in the marketplace. It's an excellent glider model that has some nice features that are not found in the built-in glider models that were released in the most recent update. Tom's doing good up there, 11,000 feet. I'm still down here at 8,000 trying to find this lift, but I should get there pretty soon. I'm getting right up underneath this cloud. And it seems like the clouds are very reliable markers so far in the sim here. So, yep, there we go. That's feeling pretty good. Which
You
direction
had
you
any
turning,
luck with
Tom?
left?
All right, Tom's doing left-hand turn, so that means it's a left-hand turn day. Typically in glider competition, sailplane competition, you'll for the task for the day, you'll pick a direction. That's the turn direction, and at least in the start area, everyone turns that direction. And you can have gaggles with, many gliders in it, but as long as everyone's turning the same direction, it could look kind of chaotic, but as long as everyone's turning the same direction, it generally just kind of works out. Everyone's just climbing in a cylinder, and you're looking out for each other, and generally it's kind of an organized chaos, but it works out. And here we go, climbing now up to 8,500. Tom's doing great at 12,000, so he's gonna lead the way out. I get my first look at Lake Tahoe there, right in front of my nose. Doing good, climbing at 500 feet a minute. What was the peak of the climb you got there, Tom?
Still actually climbing. I left the dark cloud to fly to one that had a little higher cloud base.
Yeah.
So I'm flying west now, and there's a single little puffy cloud that looked like it might give me a little bit higher climb.
Yeah. What was the climb rate you were getting?
Oh, 1,000.
Oh, he was getting 1,000. Okay. So as Tom's getting 1,000 feet per minute, then I'm kind of wasting my time climbing in 200. So that means there's got to be some stronger lift here, but it might get stronger with altitude. So, but yeah, I can get a little bit further under this cloud. See if we can find the stronger stuff. 400, 500, flying really slow. Probably should speed up a bit. But this is a massive thermal.
Getting drilled as I went west. I got pretty well drilled, so I'm turning around to
Yeah.
head back toward the big dark cloud. I still don't have a visual on you, Dave.
Okay. Well, I'm south of the runway. Climbing through 9,700 feet, 9,800.
You said south of the runway. I assume you mean north.
Sorry, I did mean north of the runway. You're right.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Coming up under this dark cloud. Climbing at 500 feet a minute. Thanks for joining the stream, guys. Give us a shout out in the chat. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're hanging out. Tom Lowe and I are going to fly a 181-mile triangle task today. This should be fun. I've pretty much just done only downwind tasks, which is kind of, well, it's easier to do. It's a little bit less technical. We're sort of adding on the layers of challenge. And climbing right up through cloud base here, 10,700 feet. Got a nice climb. You can see Tom on my screen there. He's in the Discus 2C. He still hasn't figured out how to change his Xbox gamer tag from the assigned one. Efficient Dread sounds like either like an early 2000 emo band or something, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which kind of, yeah, the Efficient Dread, maybe you can, there's some sort of some storing flying connotations there, certainly.
Yeah.
There are days where you can feel quite a bit of dread. Still climbing really nicely here. 500. Oh, you know what? It's the same thing. I keep forgetting to change it to freedom units. There we go. 800 feet a minute. I was climbing at 5 meters per second, not.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm at 6 to 8 knots climb rate now.
Yep. Yeah, 8.6. 11,900 feet.
I had my head stuck out the canopy window looking down, trying to see you.
You can kind of like move your position over in the VR mode.
Yeah, you can move around in the cockpit and
Yeah, right.
literally put your head out the side.
Right. Tom's flying in VR. I'm still doing the. I'm still a monitor stimp.
As VR pilots call that pancake mode.
Pancake mode. There you go. Yep. Yep. I have a little bit of surround pancake though because I've got these two side panels, so it's a little bit more. But I think that VR would be. I'm not really sure how well that would work out with streaming because I kind of have like another monitor to monitor the actual stream and trying to interact with chat and stuff like that. So I think VR with streaming wouldn't work too well.
You'd have to stream the mirror, essentially. There's the VR applications
Yeah.
all come with the
Right.
ability to put a single view
Right.
out a window.
Yeah, so that's what you would share with people, but then being able to like monitor the chat, like what people
Yeah.
are saying in the chat, or making sure that your levels are good, all that stuff while you're streaming. I'm imagining could be
Agreed. Yep.
yeah, not that great. So all right. Whoops. I'm still climbing. Yeah, 14,000, Tom. Yeah, I'm coming up.
Yep.
Coming up underneath you there.
I have the VFR map open, so I can see where you should be.
On the map.
And it's surprising that I haven't been able to get a visual on you at all, but
Yeah, I think you got to be pretty close without the tag on to actually really see the
yeah.
to see the their job.
So this glider comes with something they call FLARM, which is a collision
Yeah.
avoidance thing. I don't
Okay.
have it active, but that would be cool to have that working, so we can
Yeah.
see each other.
I learned how to disable that.
Yeah.
Because well, first I didn't know what it was, and then I read about it, and I went, oh well, we don't need that, so we can't collide anyways. But it would be neat to have it show us, colliding. Oh, look at Lake Tahoe! What a beautiful view. This is such an amazing area, amazing part of the country. I really love it up here. I've never flown up here. I imagine you've done quite a bit of flying here, yeah, Tom? IRL flying.
I have a place in Incline, a little cabin there, so we come up here and fly Slide Mountain in the hang gliders, and I fly out of
Yeah.
Minden in the sailplanes when I fly sailplanes.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, oh, so you know how to fly. You've probably done this exact flight in a sailplane.
I have, and actually my first flight after I got my sailplane license was a 21,000 foot wave
Oh, that was here.
right here.
You were telling me that. Oh, wow, how cool. All right, you're at 14,800. We're going to climb to maybe 15,000 and then go, or you just want to see how high we
No.
can get?
No, we can level. When you get to 15,000, let me know, and we can.
All right. Yeah,
I'll
let's
just-
go at 15,000.
I can wait here.
Yep. Hey Takeo, thanks for joining the stream. I hope you get your setup going soon. I don't know what the holdup is. Supposed to be a computer nerd. Takeo's one of these guys that flies everything. Flies RC, flies airplanes. I think sailplanes is the only thing he doesn't fly. He flies hang gliders.
I don't think either of us reset our altimeter to sea level on takeoff, did we?
And I didn't do anything with an altimeter.
And we're probably flying. It's Let's see here. I'm going to pause for a second and figure out what the barometric pressure setting is.
Okay.
Oh wait, I just want to go to the weather thing. That's what I want to do. Weather. Humidity. 28.93. Okay. 2893, Dave. So you put that in the window on your altimeter.
2893. In the window for my altimeter. Oh, there you are. You see me? Oh, your landing gear's down, by the way.
Thank you, man.
How do you do that? Window for the altimeter. Oh, down here. Oh wait, that's the transponder.
It's the knob. The knob to the lower left corner of the altimeter.
Yeah, okay.
There's a...
Oh, the little window, the little dial gauge window.
Yep.
28912 Okay, there we go. And that'll adjust the altitude to where we need to be. Okay, I'm at 15,600 feet, and so I think we should just hit the road here.
Okay, I'm just at 15.1 and
for some reason it's not showing me the flight plan.
Try zooming out a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's oh yeah, you're cuz we're way north of it. Duh, okay.
Yep.
I'm like, where's my flight plan? Oh yeah, that's right. We went way north to get some lift. And now I'm in this cloud.
To me like it has the wrong leg selected first.
Yeah, I think we're backwards. So
yeah,
we'll just
run
it backwards. Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay, want to run it backwards? Okay.
No. I mean, we'll run what it says backwards, but we'll do the regular plan. South to Lee Vining first.
Okay.
Do the hardest leg first. That's, I think, always the best. Always the best way. Yeah. All right. So okay, now we've got the. So we should adjust that McCready value up to like 1, because we were climbing. No, I was like at 800, so like 0.8. Right, Tom?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. All right. So. Yeah. So if you're checking this out, that means our speed to fly is around 70. So we need to speed up.
Yep.
And.
I needed to slow down. I was doing 85.
85, yeah, a little bit too fast. All right, let me see if I can see you. No, I don't see you. You headed south?
Towards the Heavenly Valley?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, wait, I don't have you on the...
I'm at your, let's see, I'm at your 2 o'clock.
Oh, there you are. All right, let me try to veer over that direction a bit. Kill the Vario sound, so I don't need to hear that. I'm still flying way too slow. All right, happy to be here flying gliders with Tom Lowe and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just topped out in the first thermal of the day at 15,000 feet, a little over that. And now we're headed south to Lee Vining, that first leg into a headwind of 181-mile triangle. This should be a bit challenging. Flying into a headwind on the first leg will be a little bit slow. But we've got some high-performance aircraft and some clouds along the way. We're well above those cloud bases, so Tom Lowe off on my right wing. So I'm kind of just kind of veering to the right, to the west a bit. Let's see if we can link up a little bit closer. There he is on my right. Tom Lowe is the Efficient Dread 0, one of the auto-generated tags. And still flying way too slow. There we go. So probably want to head right for this dark cloud right in front of you. You're headed for that big dark cloud there, Tom?
Exactly.
Yeah. if you're just checking out Microsoft Flight Simulator streams, you can see most people are flying airliners. You know, that's cool. But I think gliding, soaring flight, unpowered flight is significantly more interesting as far as the actual flying aspect. You know, in airliners, I was kind of watching some of those guys' streams, and you know, they're on the computer and they're putting in the coordinates and going through checklists and stuff, and you know, is that like flying or is that operating? You know, and I mean, full due respect to the amount of skill and knowledge it takes to be able to do that, but you know, soaring flight is you know, seat of your pants flying. You know, it's we're enjoying the air, we're looking at the air, we're studying the air as we're flying, and you know, nothing's a sure thing here. So one minute you're doing great at 15,000 feet, and then the next minute you could be looking for a place to bail out on a dirt road and land. So we'll see. We got a challenging task today. I'm showing an 8-knot headwind, Tom. 7-8 knots. Is that what you're seeing?
Here, 7 or 8 knots, and I'm seeing a ton of aircraft sitting over Minden. I guess that I can see you. Just looks like kind of converging toward me.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Left.
Yep. Boy, this is taking us pretty far off the course line too.
Yep.
But we have a big blue hole kind of where we need to go.
Yeah. This is a course line I've flown many, many times.
Ah.
Just stay over the terrain, the higher terrain.
Yeah. Right.
Work our way down toward Markleyville, and then.
Yep. Right. And I just got buzzed by IBJ and the F-16 down there. You can see.
Okay. Cool.
So we have some fighter escorts on this cross country flight. Got a triangle task we're flying today. That presents some interesting challenges. Unlike the downwind flying I've been doing. Downwind, you kind of always have the advantage of the wind, you know, helping push you in the direction you need to go. But now we have a headwind, and then we're doing a triangle. So for the next 2 legs, we're going to have at least a partial crosswind. Like a cross tailwind on the way back. This is an area that Tom has done a lot of real-world flying in. Lake Tahoe, Reno Tahoe area, Minden, the city below us, and we are on course. Hopefully, this task should take us around 3 hours, maybe a little less. I think kind of trying to spec these streams, these cross-country flights in about a 3-hour. Aim for a 3-hour flight time is pretty good. That's about where my attention span is. Oh, so IBJ's flying the F-16, but I don't have that model, so it looks like an airliner. It's just right in front of me there.
A looping airliner.
Yeah. Well, now it looks like he's just stalling. I think he's trying to fly slow. He's trying to fly with us, but he can't fly that slow. He's just like at a high angle of attack, just mushing. Yeah.
See him there.
That's funny. I guess I gotta install that model now. It's coming right for us. Now that would look way more awesome if it was an F-16. A little bit fast. Doing pretty good here. So 14,000 feet. Tom is quite a bit ahead of me. It's Lake Tahoe off to my right wing there. I've never flown here, but I have done some bike riding in this area, and it's a beautiful part of the country to basically do any outdoor activity, I think, probably.
Barclayville Death Ride?
Never done that. Mostly just around the lake, around Tahoe, and then we've gone up over the mountains and down into the Nevada side, and then done the climb back up. I can't remember the name of that road. Something grade.
Yeah, Kingsbury.
Yeah, Kingsbury grade. Yeah, yep. Yeah, they've done that climb in the Tour of California, so you can see all the pros times on Strava, you know, and you go kill yourself, and the pros did it like, you know, 20 minutes faster or something like that.
I just watched that jet do a roll right in front of me here.
Yeah, so I think it's just going to be playing in front of us all day. That's cool. Need something to look at while we're cruising along here.
So yeah, a few years ago, another Tahoe pilot, Steve, and I took off from Slide in our hang gliders. We got down here, and we're getting up to 16 and 16.5.
Yep.
And we flew out 50 miles, and then realized that we didn't have any driver or any chase. So we turned around and flew all the way back to the LZ at Slide for a 100-mile round trip.
Yeah, unplanned.
Yep.
Whoops. Oh, shoot. Well, we either have to walk or we're going to have to fly back, so we flew back.
Yep. Okay, I'm starting to climb again here.
Yeah, I'm arriving at this cloud now, well above it, but I am behind you.
Yeah. I pushed pretty hard to get here. I figured that there'd be lift.
Yeah, I could have flown quite a bit faster, I think, here. I'm kind of flying the recommended airspeed. But now from here, it looks like we don't have a whole. Well, there's lift. Yeah, there's some clouds. We might kind of have to zigzag the course line. We need to turn left to get to the course line anyway. So there's some clouds over there. So we're flying with a custom weather preset, and we purposefully set it to be somewhat challenging. The first few flights I did here, of course I picked like epic soaring conditions and clouds everywhere. And when it's like that, it's cool, it's awesome, but it's also not really a challenge at all because you're pretty much you can get up anywhere, and there's lift along any course line. But now we have a lot more sparse clouds and more sparse lift. And speaking of lift, I'm in some. And me and Tom are about the same altitude, so I'm going to go ahead and climb here. Not super strong, but it is lift. Whoops, I flew right through it. I'd do better if I kept the Vario tone on the whole time, but I don't want to disable the sync tone. I really wish I could, because that really annoys me. You didn't figure that out yet, did you, Tom?
No, I haven't.
Did you fly with that on all the time when you're flying sailplanes?
No, I think there's a way of turning it off in the glider I was flying.
Okay, yeah.
And I actually had my hang glider Vario on my lap a lot of times because I was so dialed into it.
Oh, you're used to the way that sounds, so you just use that one. Right. Well, I'm not doing a very good job finding this lift here. There's definitely lift here, though. Normally, you would not be flying in the clouds like this.
Nope. I have my attitude indicator on, and I'm pretty much otherwise whited out right now.
Yep. Yeah. I just did that, and then this jet just flew right through me. I'm guessing he doesn't have the same weather because he was able to see me. So.
Yep.
All right, I'm kind of not fine. I'm kind of going in and out of this lift here, so I think I need to kind of move south a little
Push it
bit
on.
more.
Okay. What's your altitude?
14,000.
Okay.
I'm a bit north of you still, so I think that's probably the stronger lift is over here. So I'm gonna fly towards you and see if I can get up to your altitude. Yeah, totally white it out. Oh, and I can see the ground a little bit. There we go, there's some stronger lift. Let's go ahead and turn in that. No, maybe not. I definitely tend to go more quiet because in the thermals you're focusing. You know, you're trying to find, especially when you're really trying to find that core, that lift. You really need to just listen to what the Vario is telling you, and just you know, go radio silence. Especially because I have no ground visual reference here. Tom's still about a little over 1,000 feet above me, so I gotta climb here.
We need to tank up pretty good here if we're going to make it to that next cloud with any margin.
Yep.
There's two clouds across the valley, right? There's one pretty much east of us and one much closer to the course line that's a bit further.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw. It looked like there was a few kind of on the way. I can't see anything now because I'm kind of going in and out of this big cloud, but. I'm not climbing real well here. There's probably stronger lift to be had nearby.
What kind of airspeed are you thermaling at?
So I'm trying to keep it on the little yellow triangle. I read that in the instruction manual that was their recommended best climbing speed, which I have would be about 57 knots.
Yep.
And I'm not doing a very good job of that right now. But I'm also trying to find the lift, so it's kind of tricky to sort of find the lift, the strongest part of the lift, the core, the thermal, while also maintaining that airspeed because you're constantly changing your bank angle. So trying to maintain a constant airspeed while changing bank angle is challenging. But I think the most important aspect is just finding the strongest lift without getting so slow that you stall, and then you know, that could be dangerous. Although less dangerous in a sailplane than in a hang glider.
And
probably.
less dangerous still in a simulator.
Yeah, super less dangerous in the simulator. Yeah. This glider, I don't know if it's just the model or what, or if I'm just doing a better job, but with the built-in, the AS8 or whatever, LS8, the built-in model that they released, I was stalling that thing a lot in the thermals because I just get it way too slow and it would just snap roll on me. And that doesn't seem to be happening in this one, so. Got really slow there. In the lift, out of the lift. All right, I'm gonna head south a little bit. Tom's above me. I think maybe it's. Hey, Sport Flyer, thanks for joining the stream. You didn't really miss any fun because we're just kind of getting started. So you're making dinner. You know, if you can join in after dinner, that'd be great. You can definitely just spawn, you know, at our location and join us. That would be cool. Or just watch the stream. That's great too. Thanks for checking it out. Glad to have you here. Tom and I are doing flying a triangle task today, about 181 miles, starting in Minden, Nevada, just on the other side of the mountains from Lake Tahoe, just to the east of Lake Tahoe. And then we're going to head south to Levine. We initially topped up got about to 14,000, 15,000 feet. And now we have gone south a bit to whited out in the cloud, climbing through 15,000 again. First leg of our task is into a headwind, so that'll be challenging. And after this cloud, we've got a pretty big blue hole. So we're trying to really maximize the altitude. Oh, Tom's up there at 16,000, so he's doing pretty good. Doing much better than me. When working these thermal, you gotta listen to the vario. And I notice if I'm talking, I tend to not thermal really well. Altitude 50. I'm still about 1,000 above me. It's kind of right directly above me. What kind of climb rate are you seeing over there, Tom?
Oh, maybe 2.5 knots at best. Okay. Now 4. Up there 6, but you know, most of the time it's maybe 4.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing like 4. Flying a bit too slow, trying to speed up. Hey Sam, thanks for checking out the stream again. I'm doing great, bud. Hope you're doing good. If you can join us online and fly, that'd be cool. If not, just check out the stream too. That's awesome. If you're just joining in, we're doing a triangle task today. All the flying I've done so far in Microsoft Flight Simulator, all the soaring flying has been just downwind tasks. Today we wanted to try something a little more challenging. On Monday we had somewhat of a challenging downwind with kind of sparse clouds, long glides between clouds, and it was definitely a little bit tricky, a little bit technical to get to where we needed to go. And today is going to be kind of that same kind of trickery, but with the added headwind into the first leg of the task. So we're getting as high as we absolutely can here because we got a lot of big blue hole to cross. At 16,000 feet now, climbing up through these clouds. So it seems like you can pretty reliably get well above cloud base here in the sim, which, you know, I don't know how realistic that is in real life, but normally you would stay out of the clouds because that can be super dangerous.
What, you're at 16 something?
Yeah, 16.1.
Okay, so I'm got a little bit of height on you, but I'm going to start pressing directly east.
Okay.
which is not the closest cloud, but it's the closest one kind of toward course line.
Okay. I'll take another turn or two, and then I'll be about your altitude, so you'll lead the way.
Okay.
We are thermaling just south of Lake Tahoe now. Getting up on top of these clouds. It's pretty freaking neat, though, I gotta say. Sam's only got 2 more days of schoolwork and then holidays. Sounds great, Sam. We'll do a lot of flying over the holidays for sure. Alright, I think I'll do one more turn. I'm at 16,400 feet. Do one more turn and then I'll follow you.
Okay,
So,
I'm at 16.4 as well.
Great. Alright, I'm going to go wings level here, 16,600 feet. Okay, yeah, I think I see this cloud, this sort of dark cloud up over kind of a peak there, Tom. Is that where you're headed?
That's right, exactly.
Okay, yep. So me and Tom were able to sync our weather up by using the same pre-made preset. That was a little bit oxy, like saying ATM machine.
Yeah.
Pre-made preset. Yeah, so I made a weather preset, and then you can save that as a preset file and then share that. So I'm thinking for future streams, I definitely want to get more people in here flying with us. So if you're watching, we invite you to join us. That'd be great. And so we're gonna set up a server somewhere where you can just like download the file for the day, whatever we choose it to be, and that way we can all fly with like synced weather, right? So. And it looks like as long as you're using the same preset, then the clouds will be generated in pretty much the exact same place. At least that's what we're seeing so far today. So,
Yep. So we're matching the preset and the time of day,
yeah,
and the date, all those things. We're just matching everything we can.
Yep.
So I'm crossing over Alpine County Airport right now, which is just at my 3 o'clock.
Yep. All right, I'm right on your 6. And I'm flying 68 knots. Need to get a little bit faster. Oh yeah, I see that little airport down there, kind of in a bowl, right next to it. Yeah, Alpine County Airport. The reservoir. Oh yeah, there's a dam down there. While we're going on glide here, I can bring up the task to share with you guys. So we started here at Minden, and now we're headed kind of thermaling in this area, Lake Tahoe, south of Lake Tahoe, South Lake Tahoe, and now we're kind of crossing over to this area. So we're kind of we might end up sort of be zigzagging our way down to Lee Vining, and that'll just kind of depend on where the clouds are, where the lift is, where the lifting lines are. And let me see if I can get the course line doesn't even show in my, it does show if I zoom out in the instrument. So I actually just headed back to the course line, so. Yeah, we got a big cloud, we're headed right for it. This is not the direct route to the turn point, but it is where we're going.
Then I can just run that ridge there.
Yeah.
Up ahead of us, and that'll take us up past Topaz Lake.
Yep.
You know, Topaz is right under my nose. I'm going to cross right over it in a few minutes.
Topaz Ranch Airport there, yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's popping up for me. Sam says when he's flying with us, because we're using a mod, it makes it look like we're in a propeller airplane. Right, yeah, if you don't have the, if somebody is flying an airplane that you don't have that model for installed, it will substitute something in. So yeah, it looks kind of funky. I'm flying this Discus 2C, Sam. I can fly the built-in glider too. Actually, I think I was going to try that today. Since Tom and I are flying together, it would be kind of interesting to sort of compare the, you know, the performance between the two a little bit. But I just forgot to change the airplane.
I think there's probably some way of specifying what standard airplane you want as your avatar, if you would. So
yeah,
you
maybe.
would think that at least you could choose the one of the
what
DG
it looked like.
gliders.
Oh yeah,
you know,
so it show up as a sailplane instead of a yeah, propeller airplane, a powered airplane, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sam can only play every second week. Well, that's a bummer. Got a bunch of people joining now on the stream. Thanks for checking it out, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, that's awesome. If you can, it'd be great to have you pop over on Twitch and give me a follow over there on Twitch. Trying to build kind of a Twitch community. I want to get you know, a bunch of people on the streams and you know, watching on the stream, of course, but also just to fly with us. There's a lot of really cool things we can do. Right now we just got me and Tom here flying, but wait, we could have a whole bunch of people flying the same task together, and we were able to sync the weather and sync the task. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool things we can do, and yeah, the more you have, the more fun it is. So if you can pop over to Twitch, give me a follow over there. That'd be awesome. Better yet, join me in the game. Join us in the game. Gamer tag designed by Dave. And I'm on the West USA server in Microsoft Flight Simulator right now currently. Flying the Discus 2C from Got Friends. Available in the marketplace. There's actually a free version of this. Oh, Sam, yeah, that's right. I forgot. There's a free version of this airplane you can get. I think the marketplace only shows the paid version. It's like 15 bucks. But the free version will probably work for you. It'll probably show up for you. So I think it's flightsim.to is the website where all these mods are. But I'm sure if you just Google it, or if you Google Got Friends or whatever, it'll show up. So
Crossing the course line now, and I believe that at our 11 o'clock, that large mountain out there, way past the clouds, is Mount Grant, which is near our final turn point of Hawthorne.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Right, yeah. Yeah.
The Mount Grant from Minden a few times in the sailplane,
yep.
And flown off of Mount Grant in the hang glider.
Okay. Very cool.
Many years ago.
This, I got two guys. I got two pilots. People flying here off on my right. One of them says Tomcat, and the other one says Eagle. So these guys must be flying in formation. Oh no, wait, Eagle is catching up to him. But yeah, two guys in the fighter jets look like they're maybe they're dogfighting or chasing each other down up there. That's pretty awesome to see. Does it look awfully winter-like to you over here, Tom?
First.
It's like a lot of snow on the ground up here.
Yeah. It's been a long time since we had a winter like that.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing I noticed about the scenery in general, at least in especially in Southern California, it seems to be overly generous with the amount of water on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, there is no water in that reservoir. Or the desert just looks a little bit too green.
Yep. Well, I'm real comfortable that we have those peaks, no problem, ahead of us. So we should be able to easily get to this cloud.
Yeah. Are you have you reached that cloud ahead of us yet, or are you flying through it?
No, I'm just over the east side of Topaz Lake now.
Okay, you're like right in front of me. Yeah, it's weird. It looks like you're not very far in front of me at all. Yeah, the way the gamer tags work, yeah, that could use some adjustment, because yeah, you could be like 100 yards in front of me, or you could be like 1,000 miles in front of me.
360 just to form up on you.
Yeah.
I don't have the tags on, so I can't see you yet.
Yeah, right. We're right at the same altitude. Yeah, you're a little bit more. You're like several 360s ahead of me, maybe, but that's okay. Just keep going. I'm right behind you. You can see me on the VFR map, probably, if you bring that up.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do see you. Yeah.
That's Topaz Lake beneath us there, so we're just passing, crossing this valley, headed towards this cloud, these peaks on the other side. See if we can get a little bit more altitude there. Doing pretty good here, 14,400 feet. Tom's a little bit above and ahead of me, leading the way. He's sort of our guide today. He knows this area. I don't. I've been to some of these places. I've been to where we started, and I've been to Lake Tahoe, and I've been to Lee Vining, so, but not in an aircraft, only in a vehicle, a car. Flying the Discus 2C. Nice looking valley beneath us there. Yeah, the snow on the ground here is doesn't really match up with the date that we set, I don't think.
No.
It's kind of curious.
It's just the Bing imagery that they were able to.
I guess they were able to use for this part of the
Yep.
of the country. So we should be hitting this cloud well above the cloud base.
Yep.
So if I bring up the VFR map for you guys here, you can see where we are. Started here, and so we're kind of sort of zigzagging our way along this course line down to the south here to Lee Vining. We've got a headwind to about a 7-knot headwind to punch through to get there. So far it's I mean, we're doing okay. It's just maybe a little bit slow going, but we've been staying nice and high. And there's plenty of spots to land down below if we didn't manage to get back up. And we got some clouds right ahead of us here, so we should be able to get up in these clouds. Or maybe get up a little bit more.
think Bridgeport Airport is going to be just off the end of this range here to our right. So that's
Yep.
our next bailout.
Of these sort of snowy peaks up here.
Yep.
Yep.
So my plan is to hit this big cloud, assess how strong the lift is, but maybe just porpoise fly up the range here. It looks like there's a nice little line of clouds.
Yeah.
Off the crest there.
Yep. Yep, it's pretty great. Sport Flyer asks if we're talking to each other directly in the game or using something else. We're on a Discord server, Sport Flyer, that another friend of mine set up for gaming. So probably if it looks like we get some more people to join in, I'll probably set up a dedicated Discord server, you know, just for this channel. So we could have you join us on there. I don't think the game has a built-in voice chat.
No.
Which honestly is fine, because usually games that have built-in voice chat, it oftentimes is just not very good. So everyone just ends up using Discord these days anyways. All right, Tom, I'm arriving at these clouds here. This sort of series of clouds. I'm at 13,800. I'm a little below you.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find some lift here. Definitely gonna be going into IFR conditions. I'm getting a little bit of beeping, so probably some lift in here. Be nice to get back up to 16.
Kind of disappointing here. I'm just like actually falling out of the sky.
Oh yeah, it looks like you are now. Yeah, you found the sink. All right, don't go there. I'm getting some beeps. Nothing to turn in yet. Ooh, there's the sink. Oh yeah, I'm just getting trashed over here. Might need to kind of penetrate through and get onto the upwind side of these clouds. I think that's where we, the upwind side, tend to find the lift. And I'm getting a little bit as I come in through this one. That's feeling pretty good. Let me try turning there. Turn right into the cloud. – 400 feet a minute, flying too slow. Feet a minute. Not super strong lift, but it is going up. And getting a little bit stronger here, so just kind of staying with it. You finding anything there, Tom?
Doing well at all. I'm down to 14,000 now, and I'm watching my altimeter go down and my vario point up.
Wow.
And my airspeed not going up, so it's not a total energy thing. My two varios don't agree either.
All right.
Okay, I'm getting a little better here.
All right, yeah, I'm climbing. I'm Getting good full 360s worth of lift. Not super. But it's going up. That's what you need. I was streaming the other day and somebody mentioned that the Vario sounded like it was playing EDM music. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's, you know, it sings a song to you when you're doing good. And it's kind of like music to your ears, you know, it's what you want to hear is the beep 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 beep. Climbing through 14,600 feet. This lift has been not super strong, but it is going up. Going in the direction we want to go. Although we're going to be drifting away from where we want to go because we have a headwind task, or a headwind leg on our triangle task. That's going to be should be the most difficult leg first because we have to penetrate into this headwind. And ignore the 27 nautical mile marker on my screen there. It shows pattern entry. It's the way the way we set up the flight plan is kind of it's not working quite right. It's still kind of fiddling with that. So I have it on the VFR map I can bring up. It'll show. Oh, whoops! Don't do that. Oh, geez, this could be bad. Drag the wrong window. Sorry about that. So kind of right in the middle of the triangle here, this white leg, that's our first leg down to the south east a little bit. Then we're going to go down to Lee Vining, and then we're going to head back up and then back over. Thanks for checking out the stream, Sam. Appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you online again soon. Do some more soaring flight. Good luck with your schooling, and yeah, you'll be on holiday soon, so that'll be good. Sport Flyer left us a comment that I want to read, but it's kind of a lot to read, and I'm trying to focus on this thermal, so let me wait till we go on glide. That's when you guys need to comment a lot, is when we're on glide, so there's something to read and talk about. If you guys are just tuning into the stream, got Tom Lowe on here, and we are flying gliders in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're doing a triangle test today, and there it is. So we're starting here at I keep forgetting the name of this town. Tom, Midland, Midville,
Minden.
Minden. That was a weird name. For some reason, I have a hard time saying that. Minden. So we started at Minden, which is just east of Lake Tahoe. And we're headed southeast to Lee Vining. And then we're going to make a left turn and head back up to, this is the little town of Hawthorne. There's some mountains over there. And then back to Minden. This is an area that Tom has done some real life flying. And I've sort of driven around driven through Lee Vining and up to Lake Tahoe, so I sort of know what that area looks like from the ground. Never flown up here, so it's cool to see some new stuff in the simulator. Climb 1,600 feet. Where are you at, Tom?
13,600.
Oh, you just got drilled, huh?
Yeah, I'm pushing. I'm heading toward the higher terrain to the south.
Okay.
Because this cloud just was not doing it for me.
Wow.
But I'm also confused by what I'm seeing on my Vario on my instruments.
Oh, it's kind of not working right.
Yeah.
Maybe turn it off and on again.
I've actually done that twice.
It's already the first troubleshooting step. Turn it off and on again.
Yeah. Yeah, 13.8. I mean, I'm still comfortably high, but
Yep.
I'm pushing straight into the headwind, 7-knot headwind.
All right. I think I'll just keep turning until I see you again, and I think I'll go wings level and chase you. I'm losing track of my headings here. There we go. Okay, clocking around to the north. Climbing almost 16,000 feet. There it is, 16,000. All right, so now I see your tag, so I'm gonna level out here and catch up to you. Sport Flyer says, the first time I tried sailplanes after the lessons, I attempted to launch from Wurstboro, which is a few miles south of Ellenville. That's up in New York. We should do some flying there. That would be cool.
Yep.
For some reason, the tow plane wouldn't take off. Switched to Rensnick in town at Ellenville, and went up no problem. Yeah, there should be some fun flying around New York, so we should do that one of these days. There's so many places to fly, you know. There's going to be some great adventures, some great virtual adventures to be had. It'll be a lot of fun to have a bunch of people to fly with join us in here. Join us for some different type of flying. If you're watching on Twitch, thanks for checking it out. A lot of people on Twitch are streaming airliners, and that's cool if that's your thing. A lot of procedural stuff. For good reason, but in the sailplanes here, we are flying. You know, we're just enjoying the air. We're seeing what's happening, looking at the conditions, working the natural lift around us. Trying to fly a 181-mile triangle pass today. This should be it's challenging. So far, we're doing okay. I say we're doing fine. Just not moving very quickly because we have to penetrate this headwind as we head south. We have south winds. We have to fly south to our first turn point, and a pretty long leg into the headwind. So it's going to be kind of slow going. And every time you thermal, when you're flying into a headwind, you drift. You know, you drift with the wind. So you thermal, you go up, but you also drift away from where you need to be going, where you need to be heading. We got some big peaks here, and there's an airport here off to our left, Sweetwater. Could land there if we had to.
That's a Marine base.
Aha. So yeah, it says Sweetwater USMC. So IRL, you probably can't land there. They'd get mad at you.
I think it's been done.
I'm sure it's been done. I just something you don't want to do.
Nope.
I've got some clouds directly in front of me, Tom. Are you, you must be seeing that, right? Right over this peak here, yeah?
Yeah, I'm under them. I'm struggling to climb up into them, but the lift is broken and not particularly well organized.
You've climbed some. You were down below 14 before, right?
Yeah, it looks like I'm at 13.9 right now.
Yeah. Just love flying along the scenery here. It just looks so amazing. Just have this infinite draw distance. Really remarkable what they were able to do with this, the visuals in this sim.
It just absolutely blows me away. It wasn't that long ago that this was a $200,000 capability, you know, just
Yeah. Now you can run it on an Xbox.
yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few comments, people talking about, you know, soaring in the Condor simulator. Have you flown that one? Have you tried that, Tom?
Yeah, there's a couple of them. There's Condor, and there's another one whose name is escaping me, like XE Skies or something like that. And I've done both of them. I haven't done. They're both very good, but they don't have the visual. Awesome that this has.
Yeah. That's what I understand just from reading comments. Is like Condor is great because it has, you know, proper, you know, task modeling and maybe more realistic thermals or whatever, and just more detailed as far as the actual technical aspects of flying sailplanes or soaring. But the visual immersion that we get from Microsoft Flight Simulator is just so remarkable. I mean, I don't think there's any way I want to spend 3 hours, you know, staring at something that's, you know, early 2000s level graphics.
Exactly.
But there's just something incredible to see all the time. And so it's just really incredible. Especially if you have the computer hardware to run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, these clouds are not very organized here, are they? They're kind of probably like the lift you're experiencing, broken up and scattered.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you're at 14.5, I'm at 15.3.
I don't know if it's wise, but I'm just going to continue to push to the south. Just go from cloud to cloud and
see what you get a little bit at every cloud, maybe.
Yeah.
Turn my Vario on and listen for it. Yeah, there's a little bit of lift here. It's punchy. Well, the snow looks cool down there, even if it's not entirely realistic.
Yep. Yeah, it's like 100 degrees down there, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit higher altitude, so it's probably not quite 100 there, but we did set the altitude, the temperature to like 104 or something. Yeah, I'm getting broken lift here. I don't think I want to try turning in this. I think my best bet is to just keep pressing on, taking what little lift I can get here.
So that's Bridgeport to our left. Bridgeport Airport there along the southeast corner of the lake there. The runway extending out into the lake. And
I'm
then,
currently whited out, so I'll take a look at that in a minute.
all right.
Just kind of porpoise line in these clouds here. Got some little puffy stuff off on my right. Yeah, the airliner guys seem to like X-Plane as their simulator of choice.
Yep.
X-Plane just announced a new version, or they released a beta, X-Plane 12, I think, or something like that.
X-Plane's one of the few that runs on Apple operating systems as well, which is pretty smart for them to.
If you're an Apple kind of guy.
Yep.
I am not.
Nor am I. So I'm in 2 knots negative. 2.2. I'm just getting hammered here.
Really? Well, I'm gonna milk every little bit of lift I can here then. That's kind of what's good about having radio communication with your, with your friends that you're flying with, because they can tell you, don't come this way. So I'm in some really light lifts kind of coming through these clouds, so I'm just going to try to fly slow and just milk it. Yeah, you especially don't really want to circle in light lift if there's a headwind, because you're going to end up drifting more than you end up climbing. So you kind of just waste your time getting nowhere. You'll get higher, but you'll be just kind of back where you started. So. Are you in the clouds, Tom, or are you in a blue hole?
I'm in between the clouds.
Okay.
I'm kind of surrounded by them right now.
Yeah, we're kind of just flying through an area of a bunch of clouds. All right, I can see Mono Lake now up ahead.
Yep.
Well, that should be within glide, at least for me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Tom's doing pretty. He's at 14,300, so. Yeah, just kind of milk these. Trying to milk the lift here.
So you can see up where I am, up this canyon, is Twin Lakes. My wife and I spent a few days up there this summer, this fall, looking at the changing colors.
Oh wow, yeah.
Camping out up there, and then hiked up to the, not all the way to the top of the ridge, but up into one of the high alpine meadows.
Yeah. Are there like aspen trees up that way?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was
So
just
in the
beautiful
fall
up
they're
there.
like bright yellow.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red, yellow, orange.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there's a spot. One of my favorite spots to ride bikes is Rock Creek Road in the Owens Valley, just west of Bishop. You know where that is?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So up there in the fall, there's a Rock Creek that runs down parallel to the road, and it's just lined with these aspen trees, and they're just bright golden yellow in the fall. It's quite a beautiful place. I didn't get up there this year. Still just milking the lift, kind of running in between these clouds here.
I'm diving toward the Sierras now.
Yep.
Because, and I'm just getting hammered.
Right. Yep. I see you there. Your altitude, altimeter is, those numbers are changing fast.
Yep.
And I'm just now flying right out in front of these clouds, so I'm probably going to be in there with you soon.
It's not going to be a fast line, but I don't want to go down.
Yeah, right. Oh, you're climbing a little bit now, it looks like.
Yep, starting to.
I'm just coming through like this last little bit of light, fluffy cloud. So I'm just flying really slow. You kind of right over that lake there?
Not quite. I'm talking about the Twin Lakes, the ones up into the canyon.
Yeah, well, I only see one right now, but okay, yeah, I see the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still out over the road.
Okay. I have some consistent beeping here at this cloud, so I think I want to try to maybe stay here and see if I can work this a little bit.
I would recommend that.
No, well, so far, nothing. Still 15,500 feet though, so probably not a whole lot of more climbing to be done with these clouds, but just kind of milking this lift. Well, they do look cool though. Feet a minute. A little bit stronger there, 300, or 3 knots rather. Yeah, no, we're gonna turn away from this.
So what do you think? Should we go deep and get into the high mountains where there are clouds, or just make a run for the south end of Mono Lake?
I see a cloud with a shadow over the kind of. I mean, I think I have a pretty easy, maybe not easy, but direct glide. Yeah, there's a cloud there right on the western shore of Mono Lake. I don't think it's to all the way to the south end of it. You see that?
Okay. Yep. Well, yeah. Let's see, 14.2. That's the question: is can we get that into headwind?
Well, I'm at 15.2, so I got a little bit more on you.
Yep.
I think I've got it. I'm going to kind of sort of veer towards the mountains, but not quite as far into them as you are, since you weren't doing great over there. And see what we can get. Generally kind of want to fly over the higher terrain over the mountains. Tends to mechanically generate more lift. Not sure if that's kind of the way it works in the sim here.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
For sure, we know in the sim that the clouds pretty much almost always mean lift, and so you want to go to the clouds. So we're going to try to get to this guy right here. I think this is the nearest one. Unless you go deep into the mountains, which is a bit off the course line.
Yep.
You might be kind of close to that bigger mountain off on your right there, Tom.
Well, maybe closer than you are. You see that cirque there right below those really rugged peaks? There's like a horseshoe-shaped valley that dumps out right into the west end of the lake.
I think that's my nose is blocking that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, not really seeing.
All right.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, did I just find some lift out here in a blue hole? Oh, that's pretty good. 900. It's a small area though. This might be a doomed 360, but it was pretty strong. Let's see if I can find that again. There's definitely something here. Pretty small. 15,000 feet. Yeah, I'm climbing over here.
I see you there. I mean, I see you on the VFR map.
Yeah, it's pretty small and pretty tight though. I've climbed 200 feet, so. Yeah, it's a tight little spot, but. Yeah, I think
Once we get the turn point, it's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, we'll have the tailwind though. Alright, I'm bailing on that. Climbed about 100 feet, but probably drifted back farther than I got up, so. Sometimes you gotta just try it. Yeah, once we hit that turn point, then we kind of either gotta go across the lake or come back up this way. Bring up the map here. I'll show you guys where we're at. There. We're getting close to the point. Penetrating a headwind here, about an 8-knot headwind as we head down towards Lee Vining. And then we're gonna make a left turn and head up to the northeast. But it looks that will be kind of off my left wing there, and that's a whole lot of territory with no clouds, so yeah, this could be challenging, but I'm finding lift out here in the blue.
Yep.
Strong lift. I was finding stronger lift out here than I was finding under clouds, so try to turn in it. It's super tight. Yeah, I think I kind of want to just yeah, I think I just want to keep pushing on here. Making these turns is just slowing me down. I'm just kind of porpoise flying these. Well, I'm at 14,800 feet. Tom's just a couple hundred feet below me and ahead of me here on the course. Yep. Attempting a 181-mile triangle today in the sort of central, northern-ish, eastern edge of California, Nevada. Actually started in Nevada, now flying south into California. In California now. And then we're going to head back into Nevada. We've got a lot of territory to cross without clouds as guides for lift, so that's going to be challenging. Well, that's good. We like a good challenge. We're still on the first leg of this triangle task. It's been a bit challenging because we're running into a headwind. Got about 8-knot headwind, so progress is slow. Fortunately, the climbs are high when we find them. We're getting to almost 16,000 feet in spots. And we got some clouds right up ahead here where we need them, so that'll be good. But yeah, you kind of always are thinking ahead when flying cross country. And so my goal right now is to get to these clouds right ahead of us. If we can get there and get up in those clouds, we can definitely get the first turn point, which is Lee Vining. So that's your first goal. Your next goal, we know we have to turn left and have to come out in this area out here. And so you're kind of scanning and looking and trying to make a plan. And so it's kind of hard to see what that plan's going to be because nothing looks really great. Cruising along here, about 68 knots. Altitude 14,500 feet. I'm not really getting killed. I'm getting a pretty good glide, just not really moving very fast. Tom looks like he's climbing a little bit over there. I think I'm just going to keep heading straight for these clouds because I'm getting close. Getting some bumps. If you're just joining the stream, give us a shout out in the chat. Let us know you're here. That'd be cool. And if you would follow me on Twitch, that'd be awesome too. Tom and I have been doing a little bit of flying together on here. I've been doing some cross-country flying in the gliders, having a lot of fun with it. I think it's really cool. Love the inclusion in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The terrain here is just really spectacular to look at. And getting to experience that while doing soaring flight is super cool to me. A lot of people like flying the airliners. I get that. Or the jets, you know, but to me that's just way less interesting flying than using the natural lift around you in the environment and the challenge of getting from one place to another when you have to rely on what the weather is giving you. And we can kind of cheat on that because we can pick the weather. So we can decide if we want an easy day or a challenging day. And today we picked challenging. But that's what's cool about it.
Yes. Second guessing that choice right now.
Yeah, Tom's not so sure about that. Well, luckily we don't have to wait very long for a retrieve drive if we do land out today, so. Alright, I'm almost up onto this cloud here. And you kind of disappeared in all the gamer tags, I think. Are you up over the snowy mountains, Tom?
Not the snowy one. It's just one that has very little snow on it. That's in the first high peak, just off 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm over that. There's a bunch of small little lakes.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm overtaking you here. Oh yeah, I didn't even really see this peak here. Look at it. Oh, there's a whole bunch of little lakes up here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, that looks cool.
Yeah, it's a great area to hike in.
What road is that? Is that a paved road? Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta ride my bike up there. That's a paved road that goes up to those lakes?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta find out what road that is. In the springtime, we're going riding there, boys.
You can see there's a parking lot there by one of the lakes, and then beyond that.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta look that up on Strava, see what the KOM time is. Here's another big lake in this valley down here. Dang, the visuals in this game are just constantly stunning.
Yep, I completely agree. And you really need to try this in VR, Dave.
Yeah, I know. I believe you. I'm not hating on it. I'm kind of a VR hater for pretty much every application except for flight simulators.
Yeah.
The industry's been really trying to sell it hard, you know, like in Mark Zuckerberg on like the metaverse thing. It's just mostly ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Like what's the point of that at all? But there are a few applications where it totally makes sense, and you know, the flight simulator is one.
Yep.
If somebody buy me a VR headset for Christmas. But I probably also need a 4090, so you know. All right, look at that, 6.3 nautical miles to Lee Vining. So we're getting there, and I'm getting up into these clouds here now. So let's see, and my Vario's starting to jump around. See what they say. See what we can get. These light, fluffy clouds.
What's your altitude now, Dave?
I'm at 14.5.
Okay. Same as me.
Yep, and I'm just now getting into these white fluffy clouds right on the western shore of Mono Lake here. Flying the Discus 2C again today. It's a very colorful scheme. Look at that.
I mixed my scheme up this time. I got the one with the orange nose on it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, livery? How do you pronounce that word?
I think it's livery, yeah.
Livery. That's a weird word. I don't like that word. It seems like it's one of those words just kind of just came out. We just decided we were going to use that term now.
Yep.
I don't remember anybody using it before. I don't know. I think that's a British term. It's like a Brit. Getting some beeps here in these clouds, but it's kind of like that last set of clouds, which is not consistent yet. Got a couple new viewers on Twitch. Thanks for checking it out, guys. Give us a shout out in the chat. Let us know what you're up to tonight. If you've been flying gliders in Microsoft Flight Simulator since the new update, or maybe before it, there were some mods, some add-ons to fly. We are attempting a 181-mile cross-country triangle flight today in the Discus 2C. Just now approaching our first turn point of Lee Vining. Looking for some lift underneath these fluffy clouds and not finding anything. Tom Lowe's joined me. He is back there, his gamertag Efficient Dread 0. And looks like he's kind of just looking for some lift there and also not finding it, so... Oh, maybe? Finding some light stuff here. Altitude 14,400 feet.
Oh, I think I see you. There you are.
Okay. Is this colorful livery easier to see against the clouds?
Well, yeah, though for some reason it's just, it isn't really coming into focus yet. I can see an anomaly in my vision.
Oh yeah, right.
I can actually see you.
Yeah, okay, that's not really working, so I'm gonna just, I think just kind of tag this turn point here.
Okay, that's better. When you're not against the clouds, against the sky, you definitely show up.
Oh.
Huh?
better lift here. That's not too bad. No, spoke to speak too soon. Alright, well, I'm climbing in these clouds over here. 14,700 feet. Now we really want to get as high as we possibly can because we might have a very long crossing without clouds over some pretty rugged terrain. And there's Tom there. I can see you now. Efficient tread 0. Looks like you're turning this direction, but you're not getting any lift. You're not going up at all.
I'm heading into toward the cloud to see if I can get anything inside here.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of scratchy and broken up. 14.8. No, losing it. Lost it. Pretty much totally whited out. Didn't climb. Oh, got way too slow. Speed up. Come out of this cloud. I think I'm just gonna fly south here and kind of tag our turn point, and maybe come back, and then at least I'll be drifting in the way that we need to go. Yeah, I'm just only 2 nautical miles from it, so I'm just gonna go fly over it.
I'm pretty much crossing it here now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see you over there. Yeah, if you guys aren't aware of how cross-country soaring tasks or racing typically goes, usually what you would have is, you know, you'd have this airport here, Lee Vining, as the center of a turn point cylinder. Then your GPS, you put the center, and then you tell it the radius. The radius is maybe the radius is a kilometer, maybe it's a 400 meters or something like that. So then you really just have to tag the edge of the cylinder. But we don't have a way to do that, at least not built into Microsoft Flight Simulator yet. That would be a great feature to add, Sobo. So let us program that. This instrument maybe would allow you to sort of import those tasks and things, but I don't know if we can do that yet. We're still kind of learning and figuring it out. So we're just kind of doing a sort of close enough, good enough type of system. And so we could actually, Tom, do like a virtual version of like the super old school cross-country flying where you took a Polaroid camera and take a picture. Did you ever do that?
Yeah.
That's how they used to do it in the old days. They would literally take a camera and they would take a picture, and then they would have to go get it developed, you know. So we can do the same thing, but you have to take a screenshot, and then you have to like post the screenshot in the Discord server or something. That's like the modern day version of a modern old school. All right, I pretty much tagged it, so now I'm gonna head back towards the north, turn towards the north, and oh shoot, I didn't have my navigation showing me where I am. What the heck? That is oh, there it is. Okay. Luckily, I'm climbing right over the turn point here.
Oh, really? Wow, I wish I had done that.
It's light, but it's going up.
Well, we've gotten some clouds along the course line now.
Do they form?
Yeah, starting to form below me.
Okay.
But it's not generating much in the way of lift. But
Okay, so you're on your way back to...
yeah, I'm heading directly toward Mount Grant.
Gotcha. Alright, I'm only getting about 200 feet per minute, but it's going up, so I'm gonna just kind of milk this. Just tag Lee Vining, California, and over Mono Lake. Just looks absolutely incredible. Gosh, it's just like, I keep like sitting, like leaning into the monitor to look at it. I need to tweak my adjustments so I'm sitting closer to the monitor for the sim. Would definitely be a better experience. That's not doing good. Altitude 15,000 feet. We're kind of about halfway through the task. Maybe like 40%. Yeah, it does look like some puffy clouds are starting to form there along the course line, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to turn that way. I'm going to turn that way, and then I'm actually going to pause and go for a fluid exchange. I will be right back.
What?
Alright, he's back.
Alright.
Oh, are you climbing over there? Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, good. Alright.
A little
Let him
bit.
get ahead of me and find the lift. Alright, while I'm on glide, I will update you guys on task progress. Bring up the map here. One sec, there we go. Okay, so we started out here in, I keep, Minden. It says it right there. Just east of Lake Tahoe in Nevada. And then we headed to the southeast to Lee Vining. Triangle task today. Now we're headed back to the northeast. Gonna tag Hawthorne. And then it's pretty much a cross downwind leg back home. So triangle task today. A new challenge for me in the sim. My first leg was a little bit slow going because we were flying pretty much directly into a headwind, an 8-knot headwind. And now I've got that same, well, it's showing me 7 knots of tailwind, so we should be able to move quite a bit faster. And it was looking really blue, not much in the way of lift along the course line, but now there's some puffy clouds ahead of me. Tom's doing pretty good there, 15,800 feet.
Yep.
Need a little banana break. I eat a lot of bananas. I eat like 2 bananas a day. That's hard. It means I have to go to the grocery store like 2 or 3 times a week because they don't last, you know.
That's true.
This is like perfect ripe banana right here. Need that potassium. I'm flying over these, getting into these little fluffy clouds here. Let's see, we can see in the VFR map how far ahead Tom is from me.
Not that far.
Not that far.
I'm just getting over the foothills, the first foothills that.
Yep. Hear about the sort of like 1 diameter of the Lee Vining Lake ahead of me.
Yeah.
And I'm getting some lift here. There we go. I think this is what you had earlier, right?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna turn back in this. Okay, overflew it. Well, maybe not. Nope, there we go. Sounding better. It's not super big. It's kind of disorienting when you're doing turns around a big body of water like this, because you sort of come around and then all of a sudden your field of vision is just filled with
blue.
That blue, and it kind of feels like you're just falling into an abyss. That's neat that you can sort of get that sensation on the simulator. Alright, altitude 14,400 feet. Trying to work some lift here just on the north side of Mono Lake, but I keep falling out of the back side of it. Tom's ahead of me on the course line here at 15,400. So if he got up to 15, now we have the advantage that we have a tailwind, so I can afford to sit here and kind of just milk this light lift because it's going to be drifting me in the direction I need to go. So if you got a tailwind and you've got light lift, then you basically are going to stay in the air indefinitely as long as you're staying that light lift. You might move very quickly, but you can definitely, at least you won't be going down. I was able to scratch my way into goal in a competition doing that one year. It was a pretty strong tailwind, and I'm just drifting, not really going up but not going down, and then pretty soon I had the goal field on glide, and so I went for it.
Nice.
But then I ended up coming in down some tall grass and broke the down tube. So that was
Oh.
yeah. It was a poor decision on my part to push the glide to get into the goal field rather than making a quick 180 headwind in a nice field. Cross-country flying, well, flying in general, I guess, is a lot about decision making, and when you have that competition element, you can end up making poor decisions.
Yep. That's the main reason I stopped flying competition many years ago was I kept making poor decisions. I cared too much about where I placed.
Where if it wasn't a competition, you wouldn't have made that decision.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I decided the best thing to do was not to sign up for those, and that's when I got into doing the aerobatics instead.
There you go. At least you can kind of do that on your own terms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was. We were doing one-on-one competitions back in the early 80s, where you took off and all you had to do was stay with your one man and do better than they did.
Oh, and right. So if you're willing to go in and pile in downwind, you'll do better than him, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. It was a competition format that encouraged risk taking.
Yeah. All right. Well, this lift didn't really work too great for me.
What's your altitude now?
14,500.
All right.
And I'm gonna kind of just push on downwind here. There's still a few more of these clouds.
The glide is actually pretty easy on this leg. I mean, not surprising.
Yeah, you're 15.4 still. And
yeah, I'm just flying slow and letting the air push me, and
yeah,
milking everything I can.
You've almost doubled your distance from me here, but I've been doing turns, so that's to be expected. So I think I'll just kind of fly for these light clouds. Just kind of speed up here.
So on the back side of Grant Mountain here, there's a little airport that you can probably see on your flight computer, right? It's just about due north of us.
Let me look. I'll probably see it on the VFR map. Which one is Grant Mountain? Oh, we're like almost. You're like halfway across the leg already.
Yeah, yeah.
So is Grant Mountain
Grant,
that's the one you were initially had the turn point at?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the mountain right in front of me, just off my nose.
Okay, yeah, the tallest peak there probably. I see. Yeah.
Yep. And
right.
I think it's a 12 something if I remember. But yeah, so the little ranch there, the airport behind it is the Hilton Ranch. So Baron Hilton of the Hilton hotel chain, who's an absolute. I think he may have passed on, but a real aviation booster. Had a whole bunch of sailplanes and old Beechcraft Stagger Wing, and used to host sailplane competitions from his ranch.
Oh wow! I wonder if that's well, the airport's probably rendered on the sim at least, right?
Yeah, it shows up in I see it in the map on the LX nav.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit.
So that's a bailout.
So which that's on the west side of Mount Grant Mountain or Mount Grant?
Yeah,
you said?
Exactly. Yeah, it's in that valley that's just to the north of me.
Is it KHAA?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me zoom out my
KH Hilton.
Yeah,
like right next to the river.
Yeah, KH. Yeah, I bet it is.
It looks like it's just due west of the peak there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So many years ago, so Mount Grant was open to hang gliding just once a year.
Oh, okay.
And I I remember it was the day that Princess Diana was killed in the car crash that we were flying here. But got up and did a 50 miler up north to the northwest, past Yerington. And so it looks like Hilton will be the first bailout. And if we can get up at Hilton, or if we're still high, then Yerington, then across the Pine Nut Mountains and into Minden.
All right.
So I've been too focused on the peak and not looking at where the turn point is.
Yeah, it's a bit south of there.
Yeah, I'm turning toward it a little more.
Yeah, we were going to initially have the turn point be at the peak of the mountain there, but I suggested we just change it to the airport, because you can click on that as a destination, as a waypoint in the flight planner.
Yeah, we both get exactly the same thing.
All right, man, we're having a good flight here. Thanks for joining us on the stream, guys. Fun night tonight. We are flying a triangle task. We're about halfway through it. And our first leg was a little tricky with the headwind. And now it's a little tricky. We got the tailwind, but no clouds. So I'm down at 14,100 feet. Flying a little bit slow. I should probably speed up a bit, especially because we have a tailwind. Tom's up ahead of me at 14,800. Wednesday night flights, pretty much. I think Wednesdays are for sure going to be Wednesday evenings are going to be streaming flights. If you guys are watching, and we'd love to have you join us in the sim. If you want to join us right now, gamer tag designed by Dave on the West USA server. You can find me in there and just spawn right in at our location. We're flying the Discus 2C from the Got Friends developer. But you can fly the other sailplane or whatever the heck you want to fly. But it's fun to do the soaring challenges. We'd love to get a group together, a group of pilots to fly in the sim here, fly cross-country tasks with us, do races, maybe even racing. Right now, we don't know. We haven't really figured out a way to set up a proper soaring task with turn points and cylinders and things like that, like you would have in a cross-country free flight soaring flight type of task or competition. But we can kind of just do a sort of just for fun honor system. And it can certainly fly, that's for sure. The most recent update to Microsoft Flight Simulator that added gliders and thermal models is pretty amazing. I gotta say, we're having a lot of fun with it. Had a great flight on Monday. Flew from San Bernardino to Las Vegas, about a 200-mile flight, and that was in the exact same conditions, the exact same weather preset. So it was somewhat challenging, which is great. And also done some flying in absolutely booming air, which is cool too. But you know, it's good to have a challenge. So we went for challenging conditions. And there's, gosh, there's just so many places to fly. Let us know in the chat if there's some place you'd like to see us explore. Maybe your favorite place. There's a lot of areas, parts of the world that I've never flown that will be fun to experience on the sim. Most of what we've done has been places that either myself or Tom has been familiar with, which is cool too. You know, it's really cool to see places that you know what they look like, to see rendered so lifelike in the sim here. Just constantly blown away with the visuals. here in the in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's very cool to. I think my first Microsoft. No, I had. Do you remember which version was your first version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, Tom? Did you have like one of the?
I hate to admit it. It was SubLogic on the Commodore 64.
But no, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, so you even predate that then.
Yeah, then that guy named Bruce Artwick was the developer of that, and he got bought out by Microsoft.
Oh, so is he the? So that was like the predecessor to Microsoft Flight Simulator then. Wow. Okay, so you're like even before 1.0.
Yep.
Wow,
I was
that's
writing
amazing.
flight simulators when I was in college.
Wow.
So.
Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, I think I had like 90. Not sure which version we had. I think we had whatever version that was like I think we had like predate Windows 95, version 3 or something like that, or 2, or I think we had. And then I had
Did you know that there's? I'm sorry. Did you know that there's an Easter egg in Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Yeah, the latest version. Yeah, you can actually play like Flight Simulator 95 in the flight instrument. Yeah. That's like one of those perfect Yo-Dog names. You know, we put a flight simulator in your flight simulator.
Yep.
Pretty brilliant. I love when developers do cool stuff like that.
Oh man, lots of sync.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of drilled here, but I'm also getting lift and sink, lift and sink. Oh yeah, your number is going down.
Yeah, no clouds anywhere around here. In the middle of a huge big blue hole.
Yeah, hopefully we get some lift over the mountains there.
Yeah.
There's a few small puffy clouds just off my left wing. But I experience, at least in this day's weather with those small puffy clouds, is they don't indicate much.
Yep.
We really want those big dark clouds. There's one off in the distance here. If I zoom in, you guys can see that. But that's nowhere near where we want to go.
Yeah.
I don't think.
It's way north on half the lake.
Yeah, way north.
So because our flight plan is reversed, the vector on the computer from Minden to Hawthorne has disappeared.
Yeah, I haven't had those. It's just been pointing me back to Minden.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, maybe we should try to do triangles that are like not exact triangles. You could set the destination to not the airport but right next to it.
Yeah.
Just like, and then it would do the same thing.
So that's the munitions dump there at Hawthorne, just between the lake and the airport.
Yeah, I'm not able to see that yet. Have you cleared the mountains yet?
I am. Yeah, I'm just coming up on the airport.
Okay.
I'm over the foothills of the mountains, heading out into the valley to tag the turn point.
Yep. Okay.
almost down to 14,000. Averaging negative 1.5 knots in sync.
Got some more viewers on the stream right now. Thanks for joining tonight, guys. We are flying sailplanes in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hopefully a little something different for you guys to check out rather than all the airliner flying that goes on Twitch. All due respect to those guys, but you know, I think we're doing the real flying here. Sorry, no gatekeeping. No gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is lame. But soaring flight's really cool, and we are doing a challenging task today. Let me show you the map. That up there. So we started off here in Minden, just east of Lake Tahoe, flew southeast to Lee Vining, and now we are almost at Hawthorne, our second turn point. Then we're going to make a left 90-degree turn and head back to Minden, a 181-mile triangle task. We've set up a weather preset, which is proving to be kind of challenging. First task into the headwind, 8 knot, 7-8 knot headwind. And now we've got a mostly tailwind, cross tailwind, so we've been doing pretty good on this glide, which is good because there's been no lift for this whole second, pretty much this whole second leg. And we're gonna tag Hawthorne Industrial right there in front of me, and then we're gonna swing a left turn, hopefully get up over this peak. What was the name of that mountain again? Grant?
Mount Grant, yep.
Mount Grant. Pretty good looking mountain over here. Let's check this guy out. Yeah, it looks like yeah, like a nice peak. Mount Grant, you can see into both valleys. Pretty good place to be. There's a big lake here, and then we got kind of a big. So we're gonna have to tag Hawthorne and then get up and over Mount Grant, and it's another 55 miles, nautical miles, back to the goal. Give us a shout out. Let us know. Throw some comments up in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. If you've ever flown gliders, have you tried the gliders in since the recent update to Microsoft Flight Simulator? I think it's really cool. We're having a lot of fun. The thermal model is a lot of fun, and it's at least accurate enough to be fun. I think the purists still prefer the Condor simulator, but you really can't beat nothing. The visuals that we have here, I mean, it's just spectacular, and Tom and I are just continually blown away with how amazing it is to look at this as you're flying around here. This is an area I've never flown before. I've never been to this area. Tom's flown around here in real life, so it's all new to me. Most of it, anyways. I'm down to 12,700 feet. Tom's above me here at 13,700. Looks like you got a little lift there, huh, Tom?
Yeah, I did a little pop.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get on the windward side of the ridge that runs up to Mount Grant, and then bail over the back toward those clouds that are out near Yerington.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm following you.
And I dumped all of my water for this trip home.
Ah, right, I forgot to do that. Probably don't need the water ballast anymore, so we're gonna open the tanks up, drain it out. All right, I'm still 3.69 nautical miles south of Hawthorne Industrial, and I need to make that left turn. It's up there, 13,600 feet. Probably going to need to climb a little bit to get home here. So what's all this pattern and stuff out here? You said it's a munitions dump?
Yeah,
Oh,
munitions storage.
Oh, storage.
Yeah.
So it's all like bombs and stuff they just let chill out here?
Yeah, they're all buried in bunkers.
Ah. Yeah, so don't, yeah, probably not a great place to hang around.
Yep.
Pretty weird looking from the air, that's for sure. You can definitely spend a lot of time playing this, just flying and just looking around. So many cool things to see. I think the desert particularly is rendered well in this sim. Generally, the desert looks really amazing. And, okay, so I'm pretty much crossing right over Hawthorne Industrial. Calling that good, so now it's time to make this turn onto the final leg home.
What's your altitude? Did you make it over the peak?
I'm at 12,400 feet, so now I'm headed right back towards the peak. Yeah, I'm kind of, looks like I'm pretty close to level with it. I might kind of go around the, yeah, there's like a saddle I can probably get around, at least on the upwind side. Hopefully there'll be some, lift there. If I get sink on the way there, then I'm going to be stuck in this valley.
Yep.
So I need to name my vario tone on, and I need full focus, full concentration. What's our flight time right now? Looking at about 2.5 hours.
All right. I'm showing 38 minutes estimated to get back to
Okay.
Minden if we.
That's kind of close to 3 hours. We're trying to spec like around 3-hour flight task. That's a pretty good, I think, time to aim for. That's plenty enough time. Plenty enough air time. And my goal there is 55.9 nautical miles, where it says pattern entry on my screen. That's back to Minden Airport. And if we get there...
In real life, in Minden, anything over 3 hours was free in the glider.
Oh, if you get to stay up that long?
Yeah.
So you made it that long?
You pay so many dollars an hour. I forget what it was, $40 an hour. But then if you stayed up longer than 3 hours, it was just maxed out.
Oh, the anything more than the 3 hours is free. So you only pay for 3 hours max.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say like you get the whole flight for free, but like no.
No. That would be cool.
I think it'd be. I would think it'd be the other way around, because it's like, man, that guy's been up for 5 hours. He's hogging the airplane all day. You got other people who want to fly. Maybe they had plenty of airplanes.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to climb to get up over this bridge here. Not a cloud in sight.
So I've been circling at 100 up. Average actually 2.3 now. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of coming. You're just past the peak, and I'm kind of getting there. So maybe I'll find whatever you're in and.
Yep.
Going to need that. Oop, it just beeped. That's a good sign. Alright, now this is some kind of that cool shit that we get with soaring flyings, where it gets really technical, because I have to get up to get across this mountain. Like, I'm stuck in here if I don't. So if I don't get up, I'm gonna have to go back and land at that Hawthorne airport. This is why it's always it's never a sure thing. Now there should be lift. I'm getting some beeps here. Whoa, jeez, that was weird. It went from like 100 to 900 for like a half a second.
Ooh.
And there we go, I'm showing 200. This might be, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely going up, which is perfect. Just as I approach a ridge line, we tend to see that a lot. You can sort of expect lift to come up, especially in a ridge that faces the prevailing wind. All right, 12,200 feet. So if I can circle in 200-300 feet a minute, I'll drift over the top of that mountain. And that'll be great. Mount Grant. Now's where you kind of got to focus. Just listen to the Vario. So you're circling in like 200 foot a minute, you said, Tom?
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm seeing. 2, 3. Seeing little surges to 5, but most of it's like 200 or 2 knots. Come out of it there, 12,400 feet. You said the elevation of the peak here is about 14,000 or 12.
12. Yeah, it was 12.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
at 12.5 and I'm like just barely over the top of it, so that's about what I'm seeing.
it's a hard launch in 100-degree heat.
Oh yeah. 100-degree heat at 12,000 feet. Yeah, you're running hard,
Well,
huh?
and of course, we were putting on our down jackets. But
Yeah, right, because you're expecting to get a lot higher than 12.
well, I had been doing pretty good, but I've fallen out of it, and now I'm kind of getting hammered.
Well, speaking of falling out of it, I could get over the top of it now, I think. If I just, but then I would be leaving this area of light lift. $12,500. I'm kind of just maintaining. Yeah, I think I want to just get over the top of it here while I know I can. You know, if I get over the top of here, then at least I can. There's a bailout airport just on the other side, so
Yeah.
I can land down there safely. And the air is pretty buoyant here. But we still got 51 miles to fly.
Yep.
And I don't think I can do that with 12,000 feet.
No, you should be able to do. Because even if 40 to 1, you're 2 miles high, right? Should be able to glide 80 miles.
Yeah. Right. And there's like a cool bunch of trees up on top of that mountain there.
All right, I see the Hilton Ranch there. You can see there's some green fields, some cultivated area right along the river there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, kind of in the distance. I definitely see some green fields. Oh, there's a couple of different green fields. I'm right up over the peak now.
Okay.
Ooh, and the lift is maybe stronger. So I turn here. Let's see what I can get. Not great. I'm definitely safely over the top of the mountain. Plenty of clearance. So that's good.
I realized that since Minden's at 4,500 feet, 4,700 feet, we're not 2 miles high.
Right. Yeah. I was just thinking that, like, wait a minute, what's the elevation there? Because yeah, I mean, 12,000 feet doesn't really seem like it's that high around here.
Yeah.
Some high country. Need to fly some tasks over the Rockies in Colorado.
Yeah, there you go. You've
pretty...
flown Telluride, haven't you?
no, yeah, Telluride, right. I was thinking Villa Grove, but yeah, Telluride. Yeah, I've flown Dinosaur, and but we didn't get down to, or at least I didn't get down to Telluride. Telluride's just to the west of that, I think, right? Not too much, like 100 miles west or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. West, or I think it may be southeast of Dinosaur.
Sorry, east southeast then probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just straight east of Dinosaur is Steamboat Springs,
Go.
I think. So that would be very cool to check out. There's some really interesting terrain there. The Dinosaur National Monument kind of has a little mini Grand Canyon.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and push up. Strong sink, strong lift, but not really. Yeah, I don't think I really want to turn in it. All right, so you headed for those green hills across the valley, looks like, Tom?
Yep, exactly, and the clouds beyond it.
Oh, yeah,
those clouds
okay.
are in the middle of the next valley.
You're right, yeah. And then we still got to get up over that snowy peak?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so we got, like, kind of two valleys to cross here. Now I'm in some lift that's like increasing in velocity, so I'm gonna take a turn and see what I can get out of it. That's not too bad. 300 feet a minute I'll take right now. If I can get 500 or 1,000 feet out of this, it'd be pretty good. Climbing a little bit here. I think I'm in that like 200-foot stuff you were circling in earlier.
Okay.
Just on the backside of Mount Grant. But it is going up, 12,500 feet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bail on it though. Flying M Ranch Airstrip, is that the one, the Hilton one you're referring to, Tom?
Yeah, I think that might have been what it's called. It's KHAA. It shows on the VFR map.
Yeah, let's take a look here. No, it's not showing on the VFR map for me now. Yep, there it is. KHAA, yep.
We spent a long night searching for one of our hang gliding buddies along this dirt road that runs up this valley.
Oh yeah?
He decided that he was going to stretch his flight and fly like another mile, but doing so took him like 80 miles by road out of the way for retrieve.
Jeez.
You know, so I talk about the value of taking risks of inconvenience in flying, but never risks to your safety, right?
Right.
But when you think about taking risks of inconvenience, it's not just you; it's all of your friends.
If you're relying on them, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, he probably didn't have and have cell coverage, or this was probably in the days before there were cell phones, so
Yeah,
you
CB
couldn't say
radios or
like,
something.
if it was possible to say like, if he can get on the radio or something and say, guys, I'll just camp out here tonight, pick me up tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go 1 more mile. Like, okay, that's on you. Fine, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay. So as long as we know you're okay, right? You're safe. We're not gonna come looking for you.
Exactly.
But but if you don't know, now they're gonna be looking for you all night. So. Well, I just kind of got a buoyant line here. I'm following you. And we're headed to these green mountains, and then we kind of veer to the right a little bit, and then there's that cloud. You can see the shadow out in the out in this valley.
I'm hoping that gives me a good climb.
Yeah, it's nice and dark over there. These nice dark clouds are reliably giving us climbs here. Yeah, so we've got to go tag these greenish mountains here. I'm gonna veer right a little bit and then head for these clouds. Nice dark shadow there, so we should have some strong lift under there. Because then we have to clear this mountain range.
Yep.
So we got a little bit of a technical leg ahead of us. I'm kind of just flying slow in this lift. I probably should just be flying faster. We could have set this up for, an easy day. We could have set way more cloud coverage to have, lift on all the course lines.
Yeah.
But the thing about soaring flying is sometimes you want a challenge, and especially in the simulator where it doesn't matter if you land out. It's good to try for a challenge. First few flights I did, I set up really epic soaring conditions. It's kind of naturally what you would do, right? Let's make it booming. Let's have a really awesome day. And that was awesome. That was fun to climb to like 22,000 feet and, have thermals everywhere and big clouds to fly around. But that kind of quickly got too easy. So we want a bit of a challenge. And today's triangle task so far has proven to be a bit challenging. Let me give you the map here, show you where we're at. Started up here at Minden Airport, just east of Lake Tahoe in Nevada. And then we flew down here to the southeast to Lee Vining. And then we made a turn to the northeast to Hawthorne. And passed Mount Grant and right over this valley here. As we've got a valley and a mountain range to cross to get back home to Minden. This is a real world place where they fly sailplanes. So there's a lot of sailplane glider flying around this area. Beautiful place for it. Great terrain for it. We are, we're moving along here. I'm not flying super fast, but I'm getting some lift, so now not lift. Thanks for checking out the stream. If you're watching on Twitch, give me a follow. That'd be great. We want to get a bigger group of people in here. It'd be awesome to have, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, or 7, or a dozen people flying these tasks with us. It'd be really cool to see, dozens of gliders in the air thermaling and be able to thermal together and, maybe do competitions and racing. We could kind of set that up. There's a lot of stuff we can do. If we get enough people in here. I don't see really anybody else on Twitch flying gliders, flying sailplanes, so it seems like most people are interested in the airliners, and that's cool. But I think flying gliders is much more interesting. If you're new to flying in general or simulators or have never flown gliders before, haven't don't really know, understand the appeal, I would recommend you check it out. I think it's a really cool way to fly. You know, we're trying to fly nearly 200 miles today with no motor, just using only the lift that's available in the atmosphere on the day, which means pretty much means these clouds. Clouds have been the best indicators of lift. That's generally the case in real life, although in real life in the desert areas like this you usually don't have clouds or have very few clouds. But we can make our own weather.
Just getting to the clouds now, Dave.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just now getting to these green hills now. You're at 12,000 feet? Yeah, we're about the same altitude.
Good.
Flying with my buddy Tom Lowe here. He's Efficient Dread Zero. You can see the gamer tag on the screen ahead of me. Tom's done some real life flying around here, so it's kind of fun. He's the tour guide for today, and of course he's doing much better than me right now, so that's cool.
Come on, baby.
Checking out these mountains over here. Cool, big old plateau on top of that one, looks like. Big grassy plateau. Tom and I are both flying the Discus 2C from Got Friends, the developer. Very cool airplane.
Us getting hammered.
Whoa, I see that. I think I'm gonna head for that darker cloud that's to the east of you.
Okay, finally found the lift.
Oh, I found it. Yeah, oftentimes you'll find a sink like right on the other side of the, or the lift will be right on the other side of the sink. It's like you hit the sink and it's like, oh my god, it's terrible. But it's like keep going and yeah. Hey, what's up, Michael? Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Never really gone XC in real life. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting, and I gotta say the experience in the simulator is pretty darn close. You know, it's just a little bit less nerve-wracking. You know, it's kind of the same thing without the nerves. You know, because you're in real life you're nervous about you know if I land out here that could be a long retrieve or that could be a bad place to be. In the simulator you don't need to worry about that stuff, of course. But like I still really want to get to the goal. I really want to finish. So, and it's kind of a, here you can see I'm kind of on a long glide to get to this next cloud, and I'm pretty sure I can get there. Oh yeah, I mean I know I can get there, but it's like if I get there, is there going to be lift there? In real life I'd have to really be worried about like where am I going to land if I don't get up and lift at that cloud. In the simulator I don't have to worry about that. But I'm still kind of thinking about that, at least I'm gonna look and see, where can I land, and just kind of scanning around me right now. Some pretty rugged terrain, but I'm at 11,700 feet, so I got a long ways to go, and there's some big flat fields up ahead of me that I definitely have on glides, so there's definitely some safe-ish places to land. places that if I land I probably could survive. The airplane might get damaged or destroyed, but yeah, that's maybe not a risk you want to take in real life. If you had an expensive airplane, you'd probably want to not break it on every flight.
Under these big black clouds was definitely working.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you're up there. I'm climbing up to 14,000. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit. I'm headed for this big dense one. That's. You don't look like you're. Yeah.
I'm in between them, a bunch of them right now.
Okay.
Like right in among them, over those the fields with the circles.
Fields with the circles. Are you on the other side of that mountain range already? The snowy peaks?
No. I'm on the near side of that. But I have Minden now easy on a glide.
Yeah, got it.
Those are the pine nuts. Those mountains with the snow on them.
That's me. I'm headed for a cloud that is to the west of you by a bit. There's a big dense cloud. I wonder if our weather has sort of become out of sync.
Well, yeah, it'd be interesting.
Because you look like you're in blue sky to me right now. You say you're climbing in between clouds?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really see any clouds around you.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe they were the same when we started because, you know, it generated based on the weather preset. But then as the day goes on, it's kind of, there's an element of random chance in it, right? So maybe it sort of randomly generates for everybody individually as the day goes on.
Well, I hope not. I didn't see that in my test yesterday at all. But
okay, how long did you test for?
About an hour. An hour and a half.
Got it. Thanks for the follow, old fat tank. New follower on Twitch. Appreciate that. We're enjoying the glider flying here at Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hoping to get a good group followers, and hopefully the people that follow will join in on the flights also. There's a lot of fun stuff we can do with glider flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We can, Tom and I are just kind of flying a task together now, but I think in the future, a little bit of coordination we can do. Well, we can certainly fly tasks with more people, and maybe even do racing. There may be a way to do proper racing with goals and turn points and cylinders and things like that you would have in a proper, glider race. But for now, we're kind of just sightseeing and trying experimenting with the weather settings. Today we're flying a triangle task. Let me bring the task map up again before I get to this cloud. So we started off here at Minden, flew to the southeast to Lee Vining, then northeast to Hawthorne, and now I'm about halfway home, halfway back to Lee Vining, or sorry, to Minden. But I definitely need to get up and some lift to get up over this mountain range here over off of my left. And fortunately, there's a big old dense cloud right in front of me. And the clouds are pretty good indicators of lift in real life and in the simulator for sure. Our flight time now is right around 3 hours. So it's been a little bit slow going. Tom's got the goal on glide, so he can probably get there in a couple minutes if he wanted to. Of course, he's ahead of me.
It says 11 minutes on my computer.
11 minutes. All right. I am flying to these clouds. It always feels like it takes a million years to get there when you're almost there. And there is an airstrip right down here that I could land at. Rosachi.
Yep.
And I'm starting to get some beeps on the Vario. If you're following along, give a shout out in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from, and we'd love to have you join us in the game, in the sim, if you can. Although we're almost done with the flight today, but we're going to be doing a lot more streaming, a lot more flying, probably Saturday, Sunday for sure in the afternoon, probably early afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, 2 or 3 o'clock, something like that. Wednesdays are evening flights, 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, and then we flew last Monday. Probably will throw another one in there. I'll try to keep the schedule up to date on Twitch so you can know in advance when to tune in. And of course, they get recorded so you can watch them back on Twitch or on YouTube later on too. And I'm just now getting into this bunch of clouds here. But I want to go right for the densest one because that seems to be generating the most lift. I'm looking for that big area of consistent lift that I can turn in. I'm drifting a little bit north of the course line to get here, but that's okay. Got a few new people following along on Twitch. That's awesome. Thanks so much. Old Fat Tank is watching from Denver. Doesn't fly, is just viewing. Well, that's great too. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Have you tried Microsoft Flight Simulator? Or you just curious, checking it out, seeing what it's like on Twitch, and seeing if you know it's going to be worth your time for a purchase, or worth your money, I guess I should say. I don't know why your chat message isn't showing up in my my other thing. I'm getting to these clouds here, and I'm just still not finding the lift. So what's what's up with that? There it is. I played on Xbox Series X. I think if I had this set up instead of a controller, it would be more entertaining. Yeah, that's really what makes the difference. Is you do gotta have. I mean, you gotta have at least a flight stick. The Xbox controller is fine for kind of messing around with. And there's the lift, of course, right underneath this big dense cloud. 800 feet per minute. Yeah, you really need the flight yoke or a stick. And if you're flying airplanes, you really need the yoke, the throttle. You know, just like using buttons for a throttle doesn't really work. I mean, it kind of does, but you know, when you really kind of want to feather the throttle for landing or, you know, maintaining airspeed or whatever, you kind of need a proper kind of lever throttle. And in the sailplane, I have the another lever here for the spoilers. And kind of just like, you kind of use spoilers like in the opposite of throttle on the sailplane. You're coming into land, you're kind of fiddling with the, not fiddling, but sort of feathering or applying a little bit more, a little bit less spoiler to control your glide path onto final. So having an analog lever to do that with really makes the experience. And then you can't see, but I've got the rudder pedals. And so yeah, it's kind of an investment. You kind of need to get all that set up to really get the full, you know, value of it, to get the full out of it. And I mean, I can definitely understand if somebody doesn't want to go to those lengths, you know.
I'm flying all the way in, final glide, inverted.
There you go. All right, well, I'm climbing up. I finally got the lift in the cloud here. I'm at 11,800 feet. And I need to get high enough to get over this last ridge, and then I'm pretty sure if you just can get over the ridge, you got it on glide easy.
Yep.
But now I also can't see the ridge because I'm in the cloud. So I will keep climbing in here. Yeah, it's funny. I kind of was hesitant to invest in all the flight yoke and stuff, you know, all the gear, because I wasn't sure if it was something I would really be into too much, you know. And it's also kind of a thing to set up too, you know, like if you have a dedicated like flight bay where you know, only use it as a flight sim, you know, then you can just pop in and use it. But you know, it's my computer, right? So I can't have the flight yoke in here when I'm doing computer things. So you got to like unplug it and unclamp it from the table. You know, it's not that big of a deal to set up, but it's still, you know, it's the kind of thing that if you have to set it up, you might be less likely to use it, right? Or just jump in for casual flying or whatever. But anyway, so I bought this stuff. I kind of got into it, and I'm flying around, and it's cool, you know. And it's like, okay, I'm flying the powered airplanes, and I did the training, and it's like, okay, I can take off and land, and you know, and it's like, oh, maintain, you know, 65 knots on the climb out, you know. It's like, okay, cool. And yeah, I do that, and you know, then I'm flying some other airplanes. Then I'm flying from airports that I know, you know. It's kind of cool to fly a little cross country from one airport to another, you know, kind of do a little sightseeing. But I really quickly got bored with that. And it's like, this is like whatever, you know. It's like you take off, you get to altitude, then you're just kind of cruising. And you set the cruise control, basically, you know, the autopilot, and you just let it fly. And so I kind of got bored with that, and honestly the flight yoke and stuff were just sitting there collecting dust for a few weeks, and I was honestly thinking about just selling it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not using this stuff, like, I don't, you know, whatever. But then they released the Microsoft, you know, they released the new update, the 40th anniversary update, that included gliders and thermaling. And I knew that update was coming out, and that was kind of one of the reasons I definitely, you know, hung on to the flight yoke and stuff. I'm like, well, I'll give that stuff a try when it comes out. Maybe I'll care again. And sure enough, like I started flying with the glider, and it was like, oh man, this is so cool. It's just like soaring in real life. It's so great. We can do. All of a sudden, it was like I was super interested in the sim again because we had gliders. So thanks Asobo Studios and Microsoft for including gliders in the latest update. As I go completely whited out in this cloud here through 13,000 feet.
All right, I'm crossing over midfield right now at Minden.
And Tom, of course, beat me again. Monday we flew from San Bernardino to Las Vegas, about a 3-hour flight. And yeah. So anyways, old fat tank, if you know, if you get back into it, it'd be great to have you join us. If you got the controller, and you know, maybe just give the gliders a try, and you know, see if that kind of flying kind of gets you more interested. It's definitely the kind of flying that gets me interested. So as you heard in that long story, well, I was thermaling through 13,300 feet. I'm plenty high enough now. I could get higher, but we're just gonna fly in on into goal here. And it's also getting kind of late, getting kind of past my bedtime. I'm at around 3 hours and 10 minutes flight time. So as we still climbing as I leave this very cool looking cloud here. All right, and with that, we're officially on final glide now. And in that, with that case, let's bring up the map again, show you where we are, where we went, where we've been. Started out here in Minden, flew down to Lee Vining, up to Hawthorne, and now I'm crossing this last mountain range here. A 181-mile triangle task. A pretty challenging flight. We had to go into a headwind on the first leg, about a south wind about 8 knots, and now I've got a 8-knot cross tailwind. But yeah, so a headwind makes the progress slow and challenging. But we made it down there. Had some good climbs right off the bat to get established and get going, but since then it's been kind of scratchy. A few steady climbs, but a lot of scratchy, a lot of light lift to keep us in the air. And now I should be flying pretty fast because I think I'm plenty high. So I'll turn the Vario sound off because we don't need that.
I'm down at the intersection there, but the runways.
All right, we're headed that way. Peace out, old fat tank. Thanks for checking out the stream. Thanks for subscribing. We'll be on, like I said, probably every Wednesday, and in the evenings, like about the 6 o'clock Pacific time, up until around now, and then Saturday, Sunday. At least in the afternoons, and probably at least 1 or 2 other days a week in there. We'll see. There's so much flying to do. Thanks for checking out the stream. Did you, yeah, you must have landed, huh, Tom?
Yeah, I'm down here right at the
okay.
right at the intersection.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm crossing this mountain ridge right now, so I've got 10 minutes or so to get there. I try to fly faster here.
Canopy up, and maybe I can just sit outside and watch it.
There you go.
I just dropped a video in your messenger.
And this, oh, and Facebook?
Yep. Oh man, I think Flight Simulator just crashed on me.
Oh, yep, you're gone.
I'm gone.
Well, that was good timing.
Maybe I can spawn back. I want to watch your lane.
Alright, we're on final glide here. Got about 9 nautical miles. Altitude 12,500 feet. Plenty of altitude, so I should be flying just like super fast. Going airspeed 106 knots. A little bit less of an exciting final as we get to goal here than Monday when we did a double formation loop over Las Vegas and then buzzed the strip. So
Well, I'll tell you what, hang on just for a few seconds, because I'm just spawned on the run.
oh, I see you.
Close the gate. Close the Okay. Okay, I'm just going to blast up and join you, and we can come back and land together.
All right.
Just going to release low here. Okay. So where are you, buddy?
I'm almost to the airport. I'm about directly east of it.
Okay. So I've got that
Alright.
funky. I have the gusty wind.
Oh, you
Yeah,
gotta switch
yeah.
the.
Weather, and it won't let me mess with the weather.
Oh,
It's okay.
well, that's okay.
It's just gusty. Oh, I see somebody on the runway.
No, that's not me. It's what is that? Bias Goblin.
Okay.
Oh, it's from the F-18. Still at 9,000 feet here as we cross the airport. Doing 123 knots. Cross directly over the airport, and then we'll do some loops. Ooh, I hear the F-18.
Me
He's
too.
taking off. Alright, let's do some... Ooh, got a little fast there. Yeah, I just saw him take off.
Yep. goes.
I see you below me there.
Oh.
I'm gonna go set up for the beat up here. We're gonna go do the downwind and then we'll...
Okay, let's try to do it in formation again.
I think I'm pretty far above you. Let me just circle over the end of the runway while I'm above you and come down to your altitude.
Yep.
I'll like over these two circular fields here.
I'm looking up to try to spot you. I don't...
4 of them. Yeah, I'm at 5,800.
Okay.
What's your altitude?
I'm showing 56.
Okay, I'm at 56 right now. I just came way down. Oh yeah, you're above me and.
Are you off the 3-4?
Yeah, I'm starting the pass right now.
Where? I don't see. There you are. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
just now crossing the middle of the runway.
Yep.
Or not quite the middle, but. Do a very good job getting low enough.
I'm right behind you.
All right. I'm gonna go right and then do the veer to the right and then come around. Don't forget the landing gear.
I never brought it up.
Okay. That's one way to not forget it. I didn't turn nearly tight enough, but that's okay. Alright, you turned inside of me, but that's alright. I'll be behind you this time, it looks like. Yep, alright, following you in. Ooh, overshot it. Get her back up. There we go. Oh, ground looped it this time. Oh, it's alright. I made it down. And another successful flight. That was great. Oh, man. What a big flight. Look at that. 181 mile triangle. We made it. Tricky day. Tricky weather. But a lot of fun. And yeah, well, that's it for today's flight. That's it for the stream. Thanks, Tom, for joining me again. That was a lot of fun.
Pleasure.
Showing me around the new area.
All right. Check out that video I dropped on your messenger.
Cool. Yeah, I will. Yeah. All right. Okay, all right, it's my bedtime, guys. Thanks for checking it out. Gonna end the stream here. If you would, if you're on Twitch, give me a follow over there, and hopefully we'll see you in another one. And hopefully we'll get you in here flying with us. Let's do some awesome soaring flights. All right, thanks a lot.